Sugar on the brain. That is the topic for this month in the Coach's Corner. Welcome in. For those of you who don't know me, I am Gina Ramirez. I'm a licensed therapist and certified health coach, and I talk everything health and wellness from the mind, the body, and the behavior. And it's October. I don't know when you're listening to this, but it's October right now. We are getting ready for the Halloween season to begin, holiday to begin, and that means sugar, sugar, sugar. And that sugar will carry over into November with your pumpkin pies, right? December with your Christmas cookies and all the treats in between there. And in January for New Year's with our wonderful January drinks that we like to make, adult drinks that have loads of sugar. So I wanted to talk about sugar on the brain in particular. What is going on there? If you get my lovely newsletter that is more like a love letter to you every week, sometimes twice a week, you will have heard me talk about what sugar is doing to the brain. And I want to focus on three different areas today, keeping our coach's corner short like I like to do. The first thing that I want you to know about sugar and what's happening to your brain is that we lose focus when you flood yourself with sugar. And let's think about it. When we have sugar, it's mostly because we want something a little sweet. That could be it, right? We want to a little pick me up because maybe we're feeling tired or we're feeling down. Maybe we're bored. There's lots of reasons that we eat, and it's not necessarily because we need that particular nutrient. Sometimes it's because we want a little sweet treat or we're lacking focus. And so, what happens when we eat that sugar? Yeah, we get this rush of great feelings, right? It's messing with our dopamine. But then we get a crash, and that crash is pretty severe in some cases. That high that we feel when eating sugar, that good feeling, lasts only for about 20 minutes, guys. So it's not giving you this fantastic feeling over a long period of time where it will sustain you. You come down pretty quick from that sugar, from that good sugar feeling. About 20 minutes is all we're going to get. And we really do, in that sense, lose focus from what we are supposed to be doing. So, what should we be eating instead? Well, think good fats like avocados, even bananas, even dark chocolate, because the bananas and the dark chocolate are going to give you that little sweet, right? Maybe not so much the dark chocolate for those of you who are milk chocolate lovers, but I love the dark chocolate. I think it tastes just fine, sweet enough. When you are not used to all the sweet, sweet treats, dark chocolate does tend to taste sweet. So let's remove the ultra sweet from our palate. And then the things like fruits that are sweet taste really sweet. That's what happens when you start to train your taste buds to what's naturally sweet, which is where we want to get. So, removing the excess, the too much, right? And because we will, in that dip, have lack of focus. That's what's happening partly to your brain. The second one that I want to talk about is the mood crashes. So I just said you have this dip in focus after about 20 minutes, right? What's really happening there is the dopamine centers are getting messed with, those feel good centers. And when I say dopamine, usually people think of addiction here, addiction centers of your brain that light up, make you feel good. That's exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about sugar. And you can read up on this that sugar is extremely addictive and it does make us feel good. But then we have the irritability, right? We have those mood swings, those mood crashes when we are let down off that sugar. We feel sluggish, tired. That is not what the brain needs. When you're trying to, let's say, work, when you're trying to have a good conversation, we need to be running on all four cylinders, especially when we're trying to get work done. So keep the sugar off the brain. The last one I want to talk about is your immunity. And you guys know this already, that sugar really messes with those white blood cells. not allowing the white blood cells to do what they do best, which is fight for us, get rid of the bad bacteria, the bad viruses in the body. It is cold, flu, and COVID season. So be sure that you are keeping your body optimally protected by getting rid of that excess sugar. Think more along the lines of walnuts and almonds, again with the good fats, right? That's going to keep you satiated, that gives you a little bit of that sweet feeling, that sweet sensation that we want, but doesn't flood the body with sugar. All right, friends, want you to take these three things that we just talked about. And yes, I did write them down because I actually have seven. Those seven are in the newsletter that went out on Monday. Hopefully, you got that. And yet another reason why we should stay away from the excess sugar. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you stay away from it forever. Don't ever touch it. It's the devil. You're not going to hear me say that because I eat sugar on occasion too. But I'm not going to eat it every single day. It's not an everyday food, at least not the kind of sugar, white sugar, excess sugar that I'm talking about. I want you to think about sugar as in natural foods, usually coming from the fruits. Concentrate on berries, on apples and bananas, and those things that are naturally sweet. The more that we do that, the sweeter they taste. All right, friends, until next time, have a fantastic week. I'll see you again next week.